Hi everybody, Diana Haley here with Uta Hagen's Challenge for the Actor, talking to yourself. So when we see other people talking to themselves or when we talk to ourselves, sometimes we catch it and we just go, oh, that was weird. Why was I talking to myself? I'm still doing it. Oh my God. And you kind of like freak yourself out a little bit. Sometimes I do. Anyway, talking to yourself doesn't have to always be talking. It can be one of the four: groaning, grunting, sighing, whispering, anything like that. I know for me personally, I sigh a lot. It's like a big thing with me. I don't know why I do it, but I do it. Like if something is going through my head or something's going through my heart or anything like that, I just go and that's the sigh. And it sounds just like that. And I have rehearsed that sigh just for you so you could hear what I'm talking about. Now, when we do these things, whatever like little tics that we personally have, it is because, according to Dr. Palachi, that we are trying to gain control over our circumstances. And I think it's true. I think it is true because, like, for example, if we drop something, oh, shoot, pick it up. It's fine. It's over. It's done. Right? Or we drop something and we go, oh, because I really needed that pen in that moment. I really needed it. I have to sign something, trying to get out of here. The urgency is there, things like that. Those kinds of responses for, us is trying to gain control of the situation or just being frustrated that we couldn't control what had just happened. It's extremely frustrating. I think humans in general are kind of controlling people, which is, it's not like a bad thing, I don't think. I mean, it's bad when you try to control others, of course, but attempting to control your own circumstances, we all do that. We all try to turn off our lights to try to control the electric bill. We all, go exercising because we're trying to control the way our bodies look. Or, we do things like that, right? So we do a lot of different things that we are trying to essentially gain control over just to make our lives easier, because let's be honest, adulthood was a trap. So, so we do things like that. And then when we respond in those ways, it's considered talking to ourselves. One monologue that we should all remember, in which one is strictly talking to himself in every single play, no matter how it's done, is Hamlet, Prince of Denmark, in his famous to be or not to be monologue. That is a monologue in particular where he is trying to gain control of what he sees in the world. He's very mixed up. He's very, at this point of the play, he is confused, he's angry, he's hurt, he is trying to just make sense of everything that's going on around him. And it really sucks, like, what's going on with Hamlet. Like, at that point, it's in Act 3, so it's like about mid-center of the play, and it's like his world just from the very beginning, from who's there, it's crumbling around him. And so, he's just in this very confused place and he's trying to gain control of it. We all try to control our lives, first by accepting it, because we have to accept it and understand it. So we talk to ourselves, we talk to our friends, we talk to, our audience, we talk over and over and over again until there is some kind of acceptance and understanding there. Once there is that, we feel like we have more of an ability to control the situation, which is what Hamlet does. He is trying to place a solid idea of how he feels about a certain thing, or an event that's going on around him, or life in general. There's a lot of different interpretations, so I kind of just spit them out there. And once he feels like he understands it, he feels like he can control it. In the previous chapter, I talked about how we needed to understand where we had come from and where we were going. So that's him understanding where he's coming from, what's going on around him, and then where he is going. Where he is going, he hasn't figured out yet. That's the point of the monologue, is to find that understanding, find how to get control, and then make a plan as to where to go next. And that kind of pushes along the rest of the play. So that's really about it as far as talking to yourself. So if you're ever asked in a play or in a film or anything like that, this is the moment where you're going to be talking to yourself. You're not going to be, there's going to be nobody on the set with you. There's nobody else on the stage. There's going to be nothing around you. Again, you have to use inner occupations to get yourself to that moment, to that point of speaking to yourself. So the previous chapter is actually quite critical into just moving on into this chapter, into talking to yourself. Once you have those inner occupations and you can feel all the thoughts and the emotions that the character that you're connecting with is feeling as well, then you can get yourself to that point, to the to be or not to be. That is the question. And just like, it's almost like even asking yourself a question can be seen as an epiphany. An epiphany isn't always an answer, but that's what we're trying to get to. That's what we're trying to trickle down to, is getting from the question, getting down to the answer, gaining that control and that understanding, and then moving forward. So she has for the presentation, something that you can practice, something you can rehearse. I would suggest picking something as easy as dropping something. Not like that. That's not how people drop things. Dropping something and responding to it. Or even just like taking a couple days to become self-aware and to see how you respond to inconveniences happening to you. Small inconveniences. You can start off small. And then once you start actually practicing these things from a given play or a monologue or, whatever have you, whatever character you can connect with, then at that point you can make things a little bit more complex, but use those inner occupations first. And do not fall for genre. What I mean by that is, don't fall for like, oh, this is a drama, so this has to be serious. This has to be dramatic. This has to be sad. I have to be pouring tears. Like, don't fall for tone or genre. Just like deliver the content. Because as far as the audience knows, you have never said this before. You have never spoken out loud before what it is that you are trying to understand, what it is you're trying to gain control over, where it is your character plans on going next. They have no idea. And neither do you. You're not supposed to, right? So you're looking at the main situation, the content of the situation that your character is going through, get it inside your body, feel it, and then deliver. Get yourself to that point of to be or not to be. I would strongly suggest that you watch Kenneth Branagh's performance of that monologue. Whether you understand the monologue or not, watching his delivery in it, very simple delivery and awesome. I love him. Very simple, but very honest, and a very strong delivery from something that is dramatic, but it's not over the top dramatic. And you can see every thought go through his head before he says it out loud. You can feel it in his heart before it comes up and out. So that is my suggestion. Watch yourself, be self-aware, and then rehearse it and make things a little bit more complex. You'll probably develop quite the dramatic acting skills that you need for drama. That is all for this chapter. It is very complex, although it is quite short. But yeah, practice, practice, practice. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.